Hello. In this video I will give an overview over lists and collections. Lists and collections can be found in the hierarchy tree down there, and I will show what they are good for. So first I start with lists. There are several lists available. First of all, the free concepts list you might know already from another video. In the free concepts lists, there will all the free concepts be put when you've done document analysis before, which means you can extract from documents new candidate terms, and they will be put into this free concepts list. So you can see here there's already one concept or actually a term in this list. It's called cities in Europe, and I could put it somewhere up here in the into the controlled vocabulary by assigning it to a certain a parent concept. So you can watch that in another video how that works exactly. So the second list which is available is the so-called translation list. For each language you've chosen when you created the Thesaurus project, you can create a translation list. So that's pretty comfortable for people who do translations. So in that case, for instance, you see all the concepts which haven't got a preferred label in German. So that's the only concept in that case. So I can add the German word for Vienna here, which is Wien, and can save it, and then it's done. So that's a pretty comfortable way to do translations from to any language you've chosen. So you can, for instance, if you have a project which has English, German, French, and Spanish, you can do a translation list for all the languages and can separate them from each other. And then there is another kind of list which is called the pick list. So I will show you how that works. For instance, I could go to Europe and Central Europe down to Austria. And now I do a right click and I say create pick list. So do the create pick list here. And I can now give it a name, say, okay, Austria's regions, for instance. So all the regions of Austria, and save that. And now you can see there is a list created which has 9 concepts in it, and the nice thing here is that you can address the pick list now via the PoolParty API, and that's good. For instance, if you want to create drop-down lists in your application which will be dynamically filled from values from your Thesaurus. Okay, those were the lists, and now I will explain you how collections work. Collections are part of the SCOS standard. The SCOS collections are good for putting together elements of a Thesaurus which somehow belong to each other. And there are two kind of collections. There's the ordered collections and the simple collections. And both are supported by PoolParty. So let's say, for instance, you went to Europe last year and you would like to have a collection of all the cities you went to. So let's do such a collection. So therefore you create a new collection and I say, okay, cities in Europe I went in 2012. You could put a description here, all the cities I went to. And you can put here either a true if you want to have an ordered collection, or just leave it blank. So that's the first thing you have to do. You set up the collection. You can already put here concepts if you like. So let's say you went first, you came to Amsterdam. So that was the first city you went to, and so on and so forth. So you can later, of course, add others. And how do you do that? So I will show you. You can go to, let's say, after you went to Amsterdam, you went to Paris, for instance. So that's somewhere here in the tree, and you can say add to collection, and you can pick the collection you want to put it to. And now you've got 2 concepts already in the collection. And let's say the third city you went to was Vienna. So I'll go to Vienna now and say add to collection. Same thing here. Put it to cities in Europe I went to in 2012. And now you've got already 3 cities in this collection, and they are here. And now you can, if you want, you can remove it from the collection once again. You can also edit here, or actually display the different labels of the city if you want, and you can edit here even the labels if you want. You can search in the collection, and you can change the ordering. So you probably would like to express that actually first you went to Paris, and after you went to Paris, you went to Vienna, and finally you went to Amsterdam. Yeah, and if you don't need the collection anymore, you can delete it here if you like. Okay, so those were the lists and the collections. Pretty useful feature PoolParty offers, especially when you want to make use of controlled vocabularies to control, for instance, drop-down menus or menu structures in general in application you would like to build on top of PoolParty. Okay, thanks.